Okay, everybody, this is my second attempt at doing a fly tying video. We got a lot of good advice for some folks off of the first one, and we're going to see if we can do a little bit better. What I've got already is a thread base built on a size 8 streamer hook. Well, it's actually a curved hook, but any hook will work that's a little bit long, and size 8. Now that we got our thread going, which is this is a 210 denier Danville. You don't have to go that heavy, not for this fly, but this thread works really well when wanting to winch things down. First thing we're going to add is our flash. I got a gold crystal flash. Going to lay 3 strands in, give it a couple of wraps, fold it back over, and give it a few more. Now that we have our flash tied in, we're going to take a piece of cross-cut Zonker. I'm tying this up in white, but you can use any color you want. Tie in a little bit and just bring it on back forward. And tie off at a 1/2 hitch. Okay, now we're going to rotate our vise and wrap our Zonker around the hook shank. Every turn, give it a pull back with your fingers. Keep your material going back and just build this body on up. Give it a few more wraps at the end and just whip finish. Now that we got all that neatened up, just a little drop of cement or super glue, whatever you like to use, on your threads to hold it in place. Now we're ready to start on the front of our articulated fly. Okay, in the vise now I have a size 6 streamer hook. I went ahead and built my thread base. So let's get started. We're going to add in a piece of 20-pound mono. Lay it with a little bit, longer than the front of the hook, and tie it into about halfway up. Try to get it on top as much as possible. And then fold back against itself. And wrap towards the back. Now we got it in there pretty secure. We're going to take and clip off the short tag. And we're going to add a glass bead. Just thread it right on. Like so. Now that we have that on there, we are ready for our trailer hook that we tied up a little earlier. Let's run the thread through it. And run it back through your bead again. Just pulling a little loop and trying to make sure that we get the rear fly with the hook oriented just like the front fly. So you might have to position your mono a few times, give it a few twists, whatever you need to do to get it to lay right. Because the last thing you want is for your trailer hook to be kicked sideways or, you know, anything like that. It's just not going to look right. It's not going to swim right either. And we're going to come forward on this mono. We're going to fold back just like we did when we started out. And we're going to put in some more wraps. And come on back forward to about, I don't know, a 1/4 inch from behind the hook eye. Trim off your excess mono and then check again to make sure your trailer hook is positioned like you want. Dab a little head cement, or in this case super glue, right here on these threads, securing them into place. So we're going to go ahead and tie in our lead eyes. Okay, now that our eyes are in, we're going to go ahead and add flash. I went ahead and added in 3 strands of crystal flash, putting it on just like I did before. Give it a couple of loose wraps and then spread it out around your hook shank a little bit, and then give it a few more wraps towards the back. Now we're ready to add our crosscut socker again. You want to make sure your glue is dried before you're doing this step, or you're just going to have you're going to have a mess. That's all there is to it. Okay, tie it in and bring this back forward. And just like before, we're going to add 1/2 hitch. As you can tell, we stopped wrapping in our zonker just right behind the eyes. Now we're going to build the head. And we're going to make the head out of Estes. Just going to tie a little bit in. Come forward. And again, a nice little 1/2 hitch to hold our thread in place while we spin. Okay, once you have that done, give it a few more wraps and whip finish. That is basically it. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything back, make sure it looks neat, trim off anything that's too wild looking. Okay, once all that's done, we're going to take our glue, add a little dab, and that is it. An articulated bass fly.